Yo, what's poppin' everybody? This is Sableye Final 4. I retweaked the Sableye V Crobat deck, and I'm going to show you guys a bunch of matches here. I'm not even running Crobat anymore. I just scrapped all of them with the Weezings and went for Galarian Zigzagoon and the full scoop up net line, I guess you could say. You do have a bunch of ways to build this deck, like I've said before. It's a combination between these three engines. The Galarian Scoop Up Shaman, I guess, engine. You got the Weezings with Roxy's and a Crobat line, or I guess you could use the Greninja GX Frogadier line too. Anyway, but yeah, I decided to just go for this. It packs the weakest amount of punch out of the other engines. With Crobat and Weezing, you are gonna brick, but eventually, once you start getting those out, you're putting a lot of damage counters on the field, and Sableye has an easy time attacking for high damage. These guys only put one damage counter, and once you use them, you use the scoop up nets, then that's basically it. You better win, otherwise you're gonna lose. So let's see, we did open up with a bunch of these Zigzagoons, so I'm doing what I can. Place a few damage counters on Reshiram, managed to put 3. You need to put 4 to get a 1-hit KO on a Pokemon like that, so it is what it is. Go for the Juniper, we kind of have to. I had to discard Dark Patch, but we need to get our main attacker, of course. So get the Sableye, put a Darkness Energy on him, and I could easily switch and use Load Search, but I think we're going to keep it conservative here. If I put the Sableye, he could die. So we're just going to keep it on the bench, and then next turn when I can use a supporter, I guess I can use Computer Search. We'll see. It depends on what I draw. But my opponent plays Professor's Letter. This seems to be like a typical just welder deck. I mean, Reshiram Charizard GX. It's got the Lopunny Cleffa over there too. I think it's Cleffa, but the Lopunny Tag Team GX. Mega Lopunny. Okay. So he could make an attack if he wants to, if he has Welder. I mean, he can't use Outrage. Even if he uses Outrage, it still wouldn't KO the Zigzagoon, which is good for me. So he's going to be forced to use one of the big attacks, which I know he probably doesn't want to do, just to kill this little Zigzagoon there. So Welder, 2 more Fire Energies, puts the 4th one. And what are you going to do? Are you going to go for any of the big attacks? It's probably going to do 230, but we'll see. And what was I saying? Yeah, I've changed the Sableye deck a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys a deck, because I don't know. I mean, I tested with this. I tried to use, I used Crobat with Weezing. I decided to just, okay, let's do like a thinner Weezing line so that we don't break. I tried to put Tapu Lele GX2 so that we have a better shot of searching the Roxy, when we've got the Weezing so that they're not dead. But no matter what you do, you can brick really bad with that deck. And I guess the root changes don't help much either, like Tapu Lele. It would have been a different story before when you play supporters turn 1. But anyway, use the Computer Search, get the Dark Patch, and scoop up net. Sableye in the active position. We're going to put 4 damage counters on the Reshiram here, so that guy's basically dead. Going to play my Stadium down to the Swell, so that's going to make his life harder in case he wants to play the other dudes. And, let's see, I think we're going to go for Stretcher here. I think I'm good. I've got 2 more Sableyes in the deck. Managed to get another one, so now we got 3. So I guess start spreading the damage on Lopunny. They're going to need a few damage counters too. And as you guys can see, I'm running Shaman too. 2 Shaman EXs in this deck. I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to run the scoop up net, you obviously run this card. I don't even run Dedenne. Just go for Shamans. And it's good enough. Wow, we've got billions of darkness energies in a deck where I only have 11. Anyway, I get their 1-hit KO here. You could say 1-hit KO. It did have a little bit of damage, but it was just 1 attack. get our 3 prizes. Dude, are you telling me that I have 6 darkness energies right now? Anyway, chorus isn't going to be very good. At least this Lopunny's healthy, and you can't do much with Lopunny. Sableye was healthy, but yeah, you can't do damage if I don't have GXs. Anyway, he surrendered, so that's short game 1 right there. We're going to keep it moving. But this is, I guess, the power of this deck is that against peon decks, I mean, this isn't a peon deck, but against decks that are a bit too slow, and you can just place the damage counters at the comfort of your, I don't even know what I was about to say, but place the damage counters comfortably, you know, and then make an attack with Sableye. If you can just put like 4 damage counters on 2 tag team GXs and then KO them, you've got game right there. So this is the way, I guess, to do things. Now, if you're not playing against tag team GXs, or if you have to do things a bit differently, then it could be more problematic. And to be honest, I don't think that this is the best way to build this deck. Like, I think people that use the Galarian Zigzagoons use the Galarian Obstagoon too, and they just use Clefas to stall, but that's in standard. I think that's not going to be very effective in expanded. But anyway, I opened up with this Evil Tull GX. I've also put this in here. Since you're using the Galarian Zigzagoons in this deck, you have more control over the damage counters you can place. So I guess another thing you're going to do is place 4 damage counters and then just get an instant 1-hit KO. I mean, to be honest, if you're going to put 4 damage counters on somebody, Sableye should be doing enough damage, like 290 to KO about anything. But I guess this is going to work with 1 energy. Since we're not using a GX attack either way, might as well use that guy. Anyway, so my opponent, I mean, he plays the Zigzagoon. He's got that Survivor over there. I think it's safe to say this is a fucking either a Latios EX that can attack first with Fast Raid, or the Feromasa GX with Fast Raid. He discarded that, so he's probably running that. I hate those decks too. Just another fucking bitch disease from Expanded. We've got so many. I mean, it was just the other day that I was talking about the shittiness of Expanded. This is just another great example of that. I mean, with 180 HP, now this guy's probably going to die if he gets all of his cards right. Just too easy to pull off. And it always bugs me even more when I just let my opponent play first and then they just play this deck. But you got to do it. I mean, from my experience, from what I've noticed, this Sableye deck is better if it goes second, because your opponent is going to play a bunch of Pokemon down. Then you can pick and choose, okay, this is where I'm going to put the damage counters with Zigzagoon. And even before, like if you were running Weezing, you want your opponent to play a bunch of Pokemon down so you can get the max value when you discard Weezing. You want to spread, a lot of damage. You don't just want to spread 1 or 2 damage counters on the field. But anyway, he keeps going, the fucker. And the annoying thing is that you gotta wait for freaking 10 minutes for their turn to end, only to lose. So you're thinking to yourself, why didn't I even scoop? But then if you say, hey, I'm gonna risk it, you lose anyway. It sucks. Then if you surrender, if you just scoop right away, and then you're giving them what they want. And I'm getting really pissed off here. But bitch-ass motherfuckers are gonna be bitch-ass motherfuckers. It's Skyfield too. Maybe I should have mentioned Skyfield in my banned cards video too, because I did touch on it before. But anyway, seems he's running both Latios and Feromasa. And somehow I survived, but if we gotta play a basic Pokemon here, because this dude is gonna die. So what I'm gonna do is, I think, let's get Shaman. And Trainer's Mail got the Quick Ball too. I had to get the Shaman just to make sure there were no risks. If I got in the Zigzagoon and then I couldn't draw with Shaman, then I would have been still stuck. So now I get the Zigzagoon. since we revealed Quick Ball with Mail. Here's one more damage counter, and then Zigzagoon again. Here's another damage counter. And I guess if I see another one or another scoop up net, then we can just kill that guy. And with the Fury Belt, I guess my dude can survive for one more turn, maybe. So draw max value 6 cards with Shaman, and got some good stuff here. Let's use a Field Blower. Now is as good a time as any. Get rid of your Stadium and Floatstone. Do my best to hinder you. And now I get to use my supporter too. So come on, I just need one more Zigzagoon or scoop up net, and we get the net good. So at least I'm getting a guaranteed KO here on the Sladios with Evil Tall. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it's going to get the job done. But yeah, seriously, I don't know if my build, it's definitely not the best build, but I don't know if it's even a worthwhile build for you to show you guys. I'm showing you guys a bunch of matches here, but I just don't know. I mean, I really wanted to use, like, the best way for me to use this deck is with Crobat. And maybe use Crobat with, I guess maybe what I should do is just try Crobat with Galarian Zigzagoon, or just something like that. The problem is, though, you don't have a lot of space. Like, if you're going to use Galarian Zigzagoon, then obviously you're going to use Scoop Up Net. But if you're going to use that with Crobat, between all of the Crobat Golbat line and the rare can, no, you're not using rare candies. What am I saying? But you are using Golbats, you're using stage 1s and stage 2s. That's a lot of Pokemon, so it's almost like you're using just rare candies. It's too much space. I mean, you can't cram everything in there. Anywho, so now he promoted that dude. I'm just gonna kill him. Use this opportunity and use computer search. We'll get in the dark patch for sure. And just one damage counter is enough on that Zigzagoon for me to get the job done. Indeed, indeed. Use the scoop up net, promote the dude. And I guess the great thing about this Latios Ferocity deck, I mean, he's scooped, is that if they can't get that cheap bitch win in the beginning, then it's basically a useless ass deck that just gets worse and worse as time goes on. So lucky victory for us. And now on to game 3. Last game here. I get to flip the Absol coin, and I guess my opponent is going to choose. But yeah, just showing you guys some matches as we're waiting for Darkness Ablaze to come out. I mean, as always, my goal is to showcase some of the new decks immediately. That's what all of the serious, I guess, TCG YouTubers would do. But I don't have the luxury to have all of the cards like some other players do, like Puka when he was kind of sponsored. And I don't go out of my way to buy Pokemon booster boxes anymore. Like I mentioned in a bunch of times when I do openings, you know, I'm more interested in getting old school stuff for my collection. And if I get some new shit, it's usually Yu-Gi-Oh, because there's some value into them. Like, it's always a gamble, but at least you have a good chance to get some good stuff. I know that I'm getting good reprints guaranteed most of the time when the sets that I choose, you know, to open. And there's always the little bit of luck. You might pull some of the hot Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like Pokemon, like you're gonna pull some hot Pokemon cards if you buy a booster box. But like a Pokemon booster box is like 3 times the price of a Yu-Gi-Oh box. Like seriously, it's close to 3 times the price. And it's almost 3 times the price without the 3 times the value. So it's the best way I can describe it. But anyway, get a bunch of our Pokemon here. Use my Professor's Letter. We have a lot of Darkness Energies again. Put one on the active and go for load search here. And I'm gonna get Netball. Now, it's very annoying. My opponent played first. He's using, I don't know what he's using. He opened up with this Buzzwole. Almost gonna forgot Buzzwole's name. Good card, but it could be anything with this deck. And there's another could be anything card right now, the OHKO, that can do a lot of snipe damage. I couldn't play the Zigzagoon because he played Silent Lab. This is one of the big problems, I guess one of the great counters to this deck. If you're running this version, that's another problem. All of the basic negation that exists in Expanded can fuck you up. We have our counters, like I've got Field Blower, I've got my Chaotic Swells, and we can use Load Search. It's going to be really effective in this matchup if he's using those cards. I can just keep recycling my item removal, and he cannot do the same. So once I get rid of his stadiums, he won't have them. But he still gets some free shots on me here. So we're going to go for Load Search, and I'm going to get the Hypnotoxic Laser. That's another card that I'm running in this deck, a one-off. Another easy way to put damage counters and just sort of put some easy pressure by just throwing a card. Throwing an item on the field. Got lucky with sleep there too. Yeah, my opponent gonna use VS Seeker and get the chorus. Okay, should give you some decent value, but just 6 is like a Cynthia. And well, there he is. I guess it's the fucking Ultra Necrozma, and he's running these other dudes, I guess, for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway. To be honest, though, like, this deck can't be a problem because it can easily kill Sableye in one shot. They don't even need any boosts. But depending on the version they're running, but I mean any freaking version they run, you keep using Load Search, keep getting rid of it in their stadium. If they're running Garbodor, you're just going to keep recycling your Field Blower and starting the Megaphone, and you just completely morph your playstyle and your strategy with this deck. It's one of the benefits of this Sableye V, is it can turn into a sort of a control deck, I guess you could say, in a way. Then you do that, and you got them by the balls pretty much. Like, I usually don't have trouble when this happens. Okay, he's going to promote our OHKO there. I already got rid of his stadium. He's going to sacrifice another, I guess, Silent Lab to get rid of mine. Normally they want to use Field Blower so that they don't use their stadium, but I guess he did what he did there. But it's good stuff. I mean, they've only got 4, and it's not like they can recycle them as easy as I can recycle my shit. If they can recycle them at all, I mean. So once he's low on those, I'm going to be free to attack pretty soon anyway. Puts the lucky egg on. You know what? Like, I used the megaphone here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I don't think I'm even going to kill the OHKO there. Since he's not doing shit over there, and he's going to have to retreat it. I guess he was banking on that I was going to kill it. We're just going to keep using Load Search, I think, and just try and get more of an advantage, build up resources to counter him, and he won't be able to do shit. So Juniper right here, I'm not going to give him cards within, and scoop up a net. Let's keep powering up the Sableyes. That's what's up. Play you down again. I guess the best thing I can do is just put 2 damage counters on each so that they die in one shot. Really all you can do. But yeah, it's like your plays are limited with Galarian Zigzagoon, which is what I really don't like, and why I think, you know, Crobat and Golbat are better. The thing is with Crobat and Golbat is that they can attack with any energy. It's just a one-price Pokemon. Like, you can use Golbat and just spread 10 on everybody. And sometimes that can be a sound strategy. Same with Crobat. So, I don't know. Maybe I should just go, I guess, Crobat. And maybe just include a few Zigzagoons or Devolution Spread. I don't know. But I found out that no matter what you do, if you include Wheezing, the deck bricks really bad. Uh, it's just you can't do anything about it. But anyway, he's not doing shit here. I guess he attached the energy, but he doesn't want to retreat. He can't attack anyway. We're just going to play our stadium down too, so he's not going to be able to do shit anyway. He got a Garbodor out, but as soon as you play a tool on that guy, I'm just going to get rid of it. So, you know, he could get like a free attack, but with Load Search, we're going to make sure we get the Megaphone now, so that I'm ready. So, it's basically a impossible battle for him. I can't think of any other words. Let's see. His bench is full. He's gonna switch now to, I guess, go for this dude, but he can't even get the plus. Put the strong energy on, but I guess since I'm not weak to fighting, he's not really doing all that much. I mean, it's a 4-hit KO with the shit he has now. That's not good enough. So go for Cynthia, and got the Field Blower now too. I think it's about time we start attacking. Yeah. Let's put the other Darkness Energy and the other Sableye. So all three of them now are ready to go. And let me see what I get. Should I just use one more Load Search or just say fuck it? Load Search. Yeah, since we can survive one more shot. Let me get Scoop Up Net. I guess spread on some other dudes. So it's his turn. Even if he attacks, I still don't die. He goes for Sledgehammer. That's it. And I think right now we're gonna attack. Go for the Scoop Up Net and play my dude down. Another spread. I mean, I guess we needed to do this anyway since I wasn't gonna get the KO. Now we're gonna get the KO. So 130 damage. But I think, I mean, what's he gonna do? He promotes the Garbodor, really? They're gonna promote the Garbodor? I guess he's got the Float Stone if he's gonna do that. Another alternate Crossmo, but that thing is so useless. Float Stone. He scoops right there. I mean, it's not really a surprise. He wasn't gonna do shit. So that's basically GG. A few matches with this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys subscribe. Leave a like. Share this video with your friends. And I'll see you guys next time. What up?